Hello everyone and welcome to the 44-part tutorial of how to model basketball court arena. We will continue here this part where we need to attach this thing into the board basically. So I want to just say something. I don't want to make anything. This is just a picture I took earlier, a render. Uh, no, I don't want to save this file, open image. And I want to open this image and I want to clarify something. Uh, okay, we can't really see it maybe here in this picture. What I've done, I was doing something wrong. I mean, this thing here should be twisted like 90 degrees that way. So that's all good. We can set this up and yeah, just like that. Put it there. Anyway, I will do it and you will understand what I want from you. So let's say that this is how it should be. I'm gonna take a look from inside the pipe. It's just the best way I found that can help me really know that I'm crossing this in the middle. Okay, so now that it's there and it looks like that, so what happens is just you see here this plate is just a little bit. It has some piece of this that really is not on top of our other plate there. Okay, so it should be something like what we have here. Maybe less, maybe just a little bit less, but you can see it's on air there, right? And the size of this is not that big as it was if I was flipping it backwards as it was. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut all those here, okay? All those unnecessary faces until here, okay? Because I don't want to ruin this area here, and I will need to bring back and press F and zoom on it, and simply come here and double click on this. Well, let's do this even easier. I'm gonna grab this edge, double click on this edge, and then I will extrude it. Let's close this and extrude it once, switch to move tool, hold down the V key and snap. Well, we don't have to snap this. I will leave it open. I'm gonna press F8. I'm gonna switch to polygon here because I was doing something earlier. Uh, merge vertex tool, and I'm gonna merge those vertices back. Now the reason that I'm extruding it that way is it's not just because um, I want to close this gap. It's only because also when I was extruding it, I was taking in mind that any extra edges that we have here, for instance, will be included. So I won't need to, draw this with the multi-cut tool. Anyway, I'm sorry about these little things, but sometimes I just too fanatic about those, and I feel like, whoa, this one is. Oh, okay, okay. I will close this one and just then grab this one that way. This is the one that just connected in that. Uh, well, where they haven't been really in front of each other, but at the same path. So I had to do this that way. This is the reason why it was this line like that. Anyway, close this. What I want to do next is I want to right click, choose vertices. I'm going to grab those vertices here and I will pull them just a little bit like that. So I will be able to add edging utilities edge like that, and I will have a little bit more space here. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same here, but here I'm going to add a little bit more. So I'm going to do this that way. Well, let's say I will do this in steps. No, this one, Okay, we will tweak this. Wait 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna continue, sorry. So I'm adding one edge here, and one edge here, one edge here, and one edge here, and I will simply grab those. It's not a must, but trying to match things here. Anyway, with that done, I want to open here an area that I can insert a screw. So I'm gonna delete these. Okay, and well, actually I will just grab this one, shift right click, chamfer vertex. Now you see that I'm taking in mind that this is really in the center of those two here, this open area that we have here. So you do as well. Please make sure that this is what you are doing. I'm gonna grab those 4 vertices and stretch them just about so, and try to tweak this a bit more. Well, can't really do much about that, only that way. So I'm gonna insert the cut tool here, trying to point to the 50, right click. Well, should have just add them at first and then chamfer this, but do as you like. 50, and let's grab those vertices. And scale them up that way. Okay. Now, I'll try to do something such as this, and then get rid of this one. Press 3. I think this is enough for a hole here. So I'm gonna press F8 to bring it back to object mode and isolate this. Now I want to right click, choose faces, and grab those faces behind here and simply delete them. And I'm gonna grab those faces here, and I'm gonna duplicate them. Edit mesh, duplicate, press F8 a few times, Control to unselect this, modify center the pivot, hold down the V key, snap it to this side, and immediately reverse the normals. Okay, I'm gonna right click on the background vertices. Let's grab those, sorry, those up here, those, this one, and scale them down just a little bit. Press F8, grab both of them, mesh, combine, unisolate and isolate again, merge vertex tool. Let's patch this. I'm not sure what I've done here. Something just seems wrong. I knew. So let's do this all over. This and that. Okay. 1 second. Okay, sorry. So now gonna patch those two. So I'm gonna extrude them and switch to move tool and make sure they are picking from the other side. Again, merge vertex tool, patch this, grab those all into place, press F8, edge, grab this edge, control right click, edge ring, utilities to edge ring and split, offset edge loop tool, add 2 offsets here, Let's press. Okay, I'm gonna press F8, bring it back to object mode. Something that I forgot last part. So I'm gonna add those, right? Sorry, that. I'm gonna add two here on the sides, which I don't know how I forgot about them. But it's good that I done this right now because if they were here before, when I needed to extrude this upper gap here, then it will just be a hard time for me. So right now that's good. And if you already done this, you can simply delete them and fix whatever you have to fix here. Now the only problem we have here is to add another thing just like as this one over the next side. So you know what? I'm gonna well, well. I wanted to undo whatever I just did, but I think that I don't really need to do this. So I'm gonna grab everything here and taking in mind these little ones because I just added there an offset edge loop. Not offset, yeah, offset edge loop, but not offset edge loop, just an edge loop. Um, let's duplicate this. You know what? Let's save more time. I don't know why I'm doing this that way. Let's grab all of them. So we are taking the next side, the other side as well. Edit mesh, duplicate, press F8 three times, grab this, sorry, grab both of them, controls unselect these, modify center the pivot, and let's bring this on over here. Okay, so we just need this one in order to make it work. Though I have a little problem here with this, so I'm gonna put this, well, I can't really move this up and down, and this is what caused this weird thing where my 45 degrees wasn't really there for me. So you know what, I will adjust myself to this and this will be all. What I can do is basically adjust this one and right click on this one, vertices, let's grab those two because they are the new guys here, and add this over here, double click on this edge and move it to the center. Okay, that was easy, I hope. Right click face, let's delete those four and those four and assemble this thing. So I'm gonna grab this one, right click, choose vertices. I'm gonna grab all, well, I don't want to grab all at the next side, and I will well, you know what, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna grab those and those because after I will patch this, it's all will be aligned, so according to what we have on the center. What I mean is that if I will now try to scale them just a little bit to leave an open gap, they are squeezing also inside because it's like the average sum of both of them, because this is in this side and this is in this side. So whenever I'm scaling this up, it's also, you see, just picking that way a little bit more to the sides or less. So when I'm scaling it down, it's doing less, and then it changes. It's not really on the same level as this. Anyway, let's grab both of them. Mesh, combine. Again, isolate and isolate. Edit mesh. Sorry, mesh tool, merge vertex tool, and let's patch this. I will explain better what I want to say when I will finish this. I'll just give you a good example of this. Okay, so press F8. Let's unisolate this for a second. So we have enough room here, you see, for inserting a screw here or whatever. Now I'm gonna do something other than that. I'm gonna right click, choose face. I'm gonna grab all those faces just once more. We're gonna do this quick. Edit mesh, duplicate, Okay, press F8 3 times, so now we have another one. Let's isolate this. Okay, and I want to isolate only this, so well, never mind. I'm gonna scale this thing up, modify center the pivot for it. I'm gonna scale this up, and because I'm scaling it up right now that way, that's good. Okay, let's scale this up to that size. No, sorry. Don't scale this up that way. Um, come on, what's going on? Let's isolate this. I want to isolate only this. And now I will explain what I wanted to explain. Well, never mind, just leave it. I just do what I needed to do. So let's grab this. And if I will scale them up together right now, they will change, you see? They just open up to the sides, and I don't need this. I need to now pull them backwards that way. Now I don't want this to happen at all, so what I will do is simply grab those and scale only those up. So this is making sure that they are at the same level surface they were. So I can scale them up like so, and now I can grab all those here and scale them to the same size, so it doesn't open to the sides, just grow up like that. You know what, I will I will try to match this that way. I don't care about any offsets or something right now. It's really not under my concern right now. I'm trying to finish this. So I'm gonna grab this edge, extrude, switch to move tool, bring this over here. Okay, leave it leave an open little open gap. Merge vertex tool. Let's patch this to this one to this one. I hope that whenever I'm use this tool, you understand why I'm picking first those dots in each case. I mean, every time I choose to stretch something to the other vertex, but I always keep it the same. If I started to pull this one, I will always keep this one. But why I was starting with this one is because I don't want to change those faces. I mean, those vertices that were belong to this surface, the where they were positioned. I want to rely on this position and stretch whatever needed to be stretched to them. Anyway, let's add a few edge loops. Now, oh, yeah, sorry, I'm gonna unisolate this. The reason that I made this a little bit larger and I extruding this is because I want this to be at this side here. Okay, so now I can add the screw from this side and it will pick out from the other side, but this will keep it this all maintained. So you understand? Um, let's isolate this again. Shift right click, insert the edge loop. Let's add edge loop here. Let's add one edge loop that way and here as well. Press F8. Let's press 3 to see how it's moved. Well, that's nice as well. I mean, if you want to keep this that way, that's good. You can keep it sharp. No, you want to make it like so. Well, I should have thought about this earlier, but right now it's a little bit too late, and I'm gonna keep it that way. I don't care that it's like that. It's nice. So, I mean, I wanted those to be sharper, but I had to figure the way I'm gonna do this earlier, not now. So, anyway, let's Control D to duplicate this, modify center the pivot, and relocate this to this hole. Okay. I know it's not straight, and here I can't really play with that much. Either I will make it bigger You can say whatever you want. At least it will be somewhat organic. I mean, some things in life they are not always the same. There are situations, you know. So it's not that I'm uh, succeeding on convincing myself with the crap I'm trying to sell you here. Anyway, um, let's let's grab this thing here. I'm gonna duplicate this control. Well, I don't know if I need to duplicate it. Maybe I will use another one. Yeah, I'm gonna use a new one. So let's create another polygon pipe. I will press F immediately after clicking this because it will be already selected. Let's change to 6. Same procedure as earlier. Right click, choose edge, double click on this edge. Double click on this edge. Shift right click. Bevel edge options. 2 segments. And that with whatever friction, I don't know. With that in mind, we're gonna grab this, double click on. Well, right now, before we do this, let's bring this up. I'm gonna scale those handles, and you know what? When yeah, I have this part here, so I can really check if this contain 4. Well, you see in the hole, we see only 4 of those. So that means that this screw should be a little bit tinier, just like that. So just a little bit tinier than what we already have. And the size is about, the scale is 0.891, about so that's good for me. Um, I'm gonna right click, choose edge, double click on this edge. Well, let's isolate this. I don't know what. I am lazy. I'm gonna bring this up and I'm gonna check this and I make sure that it's good. I know that it's good though. The logic says that it's good, but I'm forgetting that I'm teaching you, so I want you to follow and do the same, so later on you won't have any unneeded question. Rotating it 90 degrees, let's press F. Let's make sure it's really 90 degrees, yes. I'm gonna bring this up here. Okay. For some reason it's really there, so I don't care. And you see it's very small, but I don't care that it's small. It has this little plate behind that will do the thing for this. So it's like that, okay? It will remain that way, and that's good. Well, it fits this, so I don't care. I'm gonna duplicate this one and move it over here. And the reason I'm doing this is I'm gonna duplicate it one more time and put this one here. I'm gonna grab this one, isolate it, and I'm gonna work out this problem here. So edge, let's grab, well, it's, when I think of this, well, no, I need to double click on this one, click on this one, double click on this one, click on this one, double click on this one. The cats here likes always to how to say this one are needed, so control double click on those to unselect those. Well, let's do this again. This one, double click on this one, this one, double click on this one, this one, double click on this one, and shift right click bevel edge with the same settings. So we have this. And again, if you want to make this quads, you just need to grab all those on the entire shape and delete them. I ain't gonna do this now. Right click, face, double click on this face, delete it, grab this edge, sorry, this edge, extrude it. Now I'm gonna switch to 4 view, sorry, uh, Let me first pause for a second. Okay, I'm back. So I'm gonna extrude this a little bit outside, and all I want to check is that it really fits this hole. So I'm gonna unisolate this and put this back here, and it still doesn't fit the hole. I just want to, oops, what I'm doing. Just want to press 3 here and have a look from here. So right now I know that that's somewhat good. I mean something here. Oh, okay. Let's grab those two and move them here. Let's have a look here. Okay, this is that way. Okay, and it's very big as for the moment. I'm gonna add edge loop. I may need to delete this edge loop. I just want to make sure that when I press 3, the diameter is correct. So it's not correct. So what I will do, I will take all the steps backwards, and even before I extruded this, okay, and I'm gonna change the diameter of this to something smaller. Well, something here is not responding good. Okay, so let's do something such as this, and extrude this, and now let's unisolate. Okay, I'll simply pass it through here and press 3. So that looks good already. I'm gonna bring this up a little bit because it should be up here. And now it's safe to add those edge loops. So shift right click, insert edge loop here. I'm gonna take this side and cover it, mesh, fill hole, right click face, edit mesh, poke, SF8. Let's bring this one close. You can even put another disk here. I don't know, like circular disk here if you really like. This is the best way, basically, when you add those things. Just from my well, I was working in a lot of stuff like that, so I simply know it's the correct way to do things such as this. Let's place them as they should be. I'm just randomizing the rotation of them. It's just a must thing you need to do. And I'm gonna click on this, right click on the background, choose vertices. And I'm gonna pick the vertices that you can't see, but I know that they will be grabbed, see? So I'm gonna pull this out to about so, press F8. Let's add an edge loop, let's say here. I want this to be extended like so, okay? Because this is what I've seen there, and this is what I believe it should be like. So I'm gonna do something such as this, maybe pull this a little bit, mesh, fill hole, right click, choose face, grab this face, mesh, edit mesh, poke, okay? Press F8, shift, right click, insert edge loop, like so, like that, press F8, 3. Now these, I forgot something here, so I'm gonna grab this one, double click on this one. You know what, those aren't supposed to be, well, you know what, those should. So I don't know, we will do this. Double click on this one, click on this one, double click on this one, shift right click and bevel with the same settings. Again, if you want, you can simply delete those extra edges there. I'm going to do something such as this now. I'm going to add a few edge loops here. I'm going to add one edge loop here. One. I need to isolate this. It's just not a way to work. Okay, this is the other side. I need to add edge loop. This edge, control right click edging utilities to edging and split, offset, edge, and those. Okay, so now if I press 3, it will maintain that way. and let's unisolate this. So what's good about this, whenever you do take care of those bolts, is you can press 3 and they are rounded. So basically you can scale them now and they will really fit this screw in a way that, you know, they be really attached that way. Let's bring this here, Control D and J to add rotation to it. Let's, oh, another something I want to do. I want to copy this, okay, Control D, and I want to move this forward here. Okay, so we will have 2 plates like that, and then both of them. Okay, guys, don't ask me, but this is how those things should be done. Whoever don't put those extra ones is a moron. Trust me, it's not a good idea. Okay, so I'm duplicating all those, okay, only all those instruments here, and moving them over here because this is their new place. Now, because this is a little bit different than there, so I need to, I'm gonna, what the hell, who needs joints right now? I just want to match this. I want to make sure that this one is smoothed. Okay, let's turn off the X-ray because now I lost my instruments here. Grab those. Let's add a little bit rotation. Oh, this one is that way, so that's good for us, right? You can keep them that way, I don't know, do whatever you want. Why do I have 2 here? Oh, I have 2 sets here. I already created 2 sets. So I can delete. Oh my god, I duplicated them twice on top of each other. So I can do this, this, and now they are all one. And this. Good. So, hey, I didn't delete. What I've done? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I've done. I thought that I... Okay, never mind. Okay, let's leave it that way. That looks fine, right? Everything is good. So, let's gonna save this file. File save scene as... I will call it 41. Save as. So, we managed to fix this issue here. And what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna pick everything here except the board, except this, and I'm gonna go over edit, delete by type, history, okay, and Control D, well, Control D to duplicate this, click mesh combine them, okay, modify, center the pivot, grab this. Now it's combined, it's like grouped, okay? You don't need to do nothing except what I'm gonna do now, okay? So you want to place it here, right? And that way it's just the opposite. So you don't want to rotate this. What you want to do is you want to switch to move tool, to scale tool, and you want to scale this and then at the opposite way, right? So you will see that this goes here on the channel box. Take a look here, the translate X. It goes from, well, doesn't go from there, obviously. Let's, okay, they were grouped. I'm gonna separate them. I mean, I combine them and I can separate them, right? So what I will do now, I will group them instead of combining them. Okay, now I'm gonna switch to modify center pivot, scale them. I don't see the scales are changing here, so I may need to mirror the other ones, and that's all. I think this is the best solution, but I'm gonna open the attribute editor and see if something here has been changed. Well, nothing has been changed really. You know what? I'm lost here. Let's try mirror this. Shift right click, mirror polygon. Let's mirror on the negative X. Can't do this. Negative. It won't mirror this actually. Plus X. Oh. I can't really rotate this. This is the problem. I mean, rotating it won't really help us in this manner. So, only thing is to do something such as this, which I'm not really, I don't really like the idea of this, but yeah, whatever. Let's reverse the normals and that's all. Why it's not reversing them? Okay, now it's reversing them. SF8, let's do the rest. Reverse the normals on whatever we need. The bolts from the inner side and this part here. All of them, all the black ones need to be reversed. Okay, if you don't know how to, if you are not using Maya 2015 and you don't see them in black, that means that you will need to apply the, there is this this feature here, display NURBS and shaded mode. So if I will grab the black one and this one and I will go over NURBS normal shaded mode, you will see that this one have spikes that go outside, pointing outside. This one has spikes that goes inwards. We need whatever facing the camera to have spikes that goes outside. Now the inner parts, it doesn't really, the inner faces there is not really under our concern. Is because we can't really see them, but they are still in this kind of shape. If I will go over modify center the pivot for it and grab this and pull this out in this kind of shape, if it were like just thrown on the floor and you will see all of those faces, which basically it looks like they are pointing inside, but that's good, okay, because we need those faces because they are facing the camera, we can see them, okay, so we need them to be all those normals to be seen. So if I will reverse this, press F8, that's all good. So in some kind of a awkward way, we've done this. I want to tell you something. Last time when I left you, I just understood that I was trying to. I once patched this board and I didn't patch it well. I probably used a really high thresholds, and it was like that for at least 6, 7, 8 or so copies of my saves, and then I've been able to rescue one copy from like 10 parts away before, or 9 parts before, and just build it up, just fix something in order to step up with what we have with what we already made. Uh, well, English. Okay. Anyway, thank you for watching. Save this file. I'll save this again. I don't know if I saved it. Save scene. And we'll meet you at the next part. Okay, I'm not sure what we're gonna do next part though. Uh, well, I think I will start to cover this. We need to cover this and maybe we will finish with this. Okay, so thank you for watching and have a good day. See you at the next part.